So my next game is the first game between Spurs versus Newcastle. Well, what can we say about Spurs Newcastle? They are a train that can only, when you're driving a train, the train is not like a car that you can maneuver. And with a train, it only goes one direction on the racetrack, and Spurs seems to be on that train. The coach only play one direction. Is just going attacking all the way, no any defense minded, and because they are also losing a lot of players, their first back four, the back lines are done, all injured, and the young guys that comes in to replace them, and they are trying, but it's just that being that that's why it's good for a team to rotate players. Don't wait until when all these players get injured and then you have some difficulties replacing them. So Spurs have been guilty at the back, and with Newcastle form these days, the physical presence of these guys in the midfield, I feel that Newcastle's definitely more athletic, more organized, should be able to win this game. So basically, ideology, you look at it that Spurs they are good going forward, they are at home. So they play only one direction. You can say that both team to score if you feel that is going to be the best option, because definitely there's going to be goal, or we can just simply go for over 2.5 goals for safer odds. But for me, and you can equally, but I think the market value is on Newcastle. So for Newcastle, the options for Newcastle just to score 2 goals, because I believe Spurs defense are terrible, and if Newcastle are going to win, they need to score 2 goals. So at least the odds for that is at 1.65 for Newcastle to just score 2 goals in the match. You can decide to keep it safe. You can, and if you are comfortable that Newcastle will actually win this game, the money line is quite very good, 2.45. Just a straight Newcastle win will be good. And then if you want to be as greedy as I am always, you said Newcastle to win and both teams to score with the odd of 3.0. So so I will go with that, because my theory has always been when you select a game with the odds of less odds, they still go on and it doesn't still come in, it's more annoying. So I prefer to go with the higher odds, and it doesn't come in, it makes me feel much better. So my game is here Newcastle to win with the odds of I'm voting to score with the odds of 3.0.
No, that's a good one. That's a good one. I also thought the same thing. I also tilt to Newcastle to win the game, but I like to play it safe. So from what you said, I also for my tips for today is just like more than 2 goals at 1.36. But I also like the odds of both teams to score. I think both teams will score. I think there should be a lot of goals in the game, because Tottenham, they have only one way of playing, just to attack, and their defense it's not that organized. They usually let in goals. So I think more than 2 goals should be in the game. And just to mix things up, you guys can choose both teams to score and more than 2 goals. And I think that will also be very good.
Yeah, as Newcastle, you can equally don't forget, if Tottenham are going to attack, then Newcastle will definitely score. So that is why the odds for Newcastle alone to score as a safe bet, for them to score 2 goals, just Newcastle to score 2 goals is at 1.65. With Isak off from there, I believe they can just make that.
Okay. Big Daddy, which other games do you have for us today?
Okay. Well,